1.
Ooh, welcome back to the Howepodcast101. I am your co-host, Jake Roberts, joined alongside
Lucas Mitchell. The co-host Lucas Mitchell, and we're joined by engineer
Noah Riley.
Yeah.
Is it still Engineer? Is that still what we're going with?
Isn't it Engineer?
Okay, well, live at Founders Day, so if you're joining us, thank you so much for joining us. Thomas Robertson just grabbed our candy bowl and took, what'd you take, Thomas? Okay, he took one of those strawberry candies, so...
I don't know, like pop ball, I don't know.
Speaking of that, come join us, come find us, come
Absolutely.
grab some candy, come buy our fast-selling merch.
Yeah, I mean, we sold a lot today.
It's going pretty fast, so yeah.
Absolutely. And so, first things first is church camp is for the youth, July 5th through 9th, and VBS June 13th through the 16th, 6 to 8 p.m. And you can find us today and just stall 45. We're right in the middle. It's
literally, the stage is 2 down from us, and
Yeah.
the booth in front of us, Grayson County Conservatives, booth behind us, FBC Howe, and come see us. It'll be a great time. We've got a good show planned for you. It's going to be live, so we'll see how how it goes, how everything runs smoothly.
If you hear wind, it's probably because we're outside.
And there's like a wind advisory for Grayson County, so.
All right, so thank you for making this video possible. Hannah's Cafe and Market, Dawn Smokehouse, Palios, Medford Chiropractic and Family Wellness, and FBC House Studios.
We now have background music thanks to Monty Walker at Founders Day, so again, like I said, come join us. It's going to be a great time. We have a good show planned for you. Dallas Mavericks talk on Sports Center. They won another 2 games this week, 3 games actually this week. They beat the Nets on Thursday, which was a huge win for them. And then they beat the Cavs by 20 last night, and they play them again on Sunday, and hopefully they can beat them by 20 again. We'll get into seeding and who I think is going to win the NBA Finals this year, along with how many games I think the Mavs could win in the playoffs. And we'll get Noah's opinion on that as well.
And I'm going to be
Hopefully
talking.
it's not wrong like those Super Bowl predictions.
Like that shirt.
We're not gonna. Y'all don't need to buy that shirt. That's
Please
the
don't
one
buy
shirt
that.
y'all don't need to buy.
That is so cringe. I don't like.
Even Lucas thinks it's
I
cringe.
would never buy that in my entire
Okay,
life.
so the reason I put that on there is just, it's funny. Like, it's just,
It's gonna be there, but no one's gonna buy it. That's
I don't care. It's just because of the meme.
And
It's like,
along
it's
with
just,
that, I guess I'm gonna sell where you can get that merch. You can go to how101.com and you can find our email information like howpodcast101 at outlook.com.
you can go to how101.com where you can buy our merch.
And
You can donate.
and
You can
I don't think
give
there's
us
any-
your money.
Oh, yeah. All right, so yeah, make sure you guys respond with some information down in the comments, and make sure you guys subscribe, like,
No,
and
absolutely.
comment.
And for our first live stream, and I mean, if you're listening to this after the fact of the live stream, I'll clean this up to make it to where the ads and stuff are not super long. But if
Yeah.
you're watching this live, we will be having a little bit longer breaks, and I'd like to apologize for that. But so we'll have the normal scheduled programming. Everything's going to be pretty normal, I think, actually.
Yeah, and if you guys want to catch another one of these streams or any of the episodes that we're coming out with, make sure you guys hit that notification bell and make sure you guys share it on Facebook or anything else. I think that's it for this segment.
Yeah, well, I mean, I will mention real quick that How Times, we will be going through the How Enterprise and talking about things that are going on there. So that should be a really exciting moment. And so I think that's going to do it for this segment. I think coming up next, is it time for Sports Center?
Yes.
We'll be back in about 5 minutes with Sports Center. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. Hey, Lucas, who's your favorite chiropractor?
Rachel Medford, of course.
Medford Chiropractic has the best chiropractic service in Texas, but they also have the best massages and more.
They have massages?
Yeah, and they are awesome.
Yeah, you can find more information on medfordchirotx.com.
That's medfordchirotx.com.
Medford Chiropractic and Family Wellness at 2412 Old North Road.
940-535-7067.
That is their phone number. And Dr. Rachel Medford, awesome personality, and she's a great person.
Dawn's Smokehouse is one of the best fresh butcher shops in Texas, but it's not just a butcher shop. It's home of the best jerky around and the famous Great Wall of Jerky. where you will find 17 different kinds of jerky, including bear, buffalo, elk, venison, turkey, and of course, beef and more. We are open Tuesdays through Saturdays from 10 to 6. Dawn's Smokehouse is located in downtown Howe at 111 East Hanning Street. Come on down for a free sample and experience the Great Wall of Jerky. Dawn's Smokehouse, the best jerky around. Welcome back to the Howepodcast 101. I am your co-host, Jake Roberts, joined alongside
Other co-host Lucas Mitchell, and we're joined by the engineer.
Noah Riley.
And
I mean, shouldn't we explain the Janier thing? Because I feel like that's probably just kind of like a, confusing.
okay, so you
I'll
got
explain it.
demoted.
I'll explain
Okay,
it.
go.
I got demoted, then promoted, then demoted again.
Okay,
to
before
engineer.
we explain that, I do want to say if we frantically pause the podcast and
It's because our entire
tent keeps blowing over because the wind is so strong. So thank goodness for good mics.
Yes.
Yeah, there's never been a Founders Day that isn't windy ever. I've got my mom.
As
over
I drink
here.
out of my Howepodcast 101 mug that you can purchase on how101.com for $15.
Oh, that's not. Dang it.
I know, Noah.
Hold on,
Jeez,
hold
Noah.
on. Wait, give me a
Alright,
second.
so-
Give me a second.
Yeah.
give me a second.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So has there ever been a Founders Day that is not windy?
Most of the ones that I've ever been to, it's always windy.
Everyone?
Well, I can't say really surely that it's been every single one, but pretty much it's been a nuisance.
Cool.
Well, it's just, I guess,
It's
North
always
Texas.
weird.
That's North Texas
It's-
for you.
It's not even North Texas. It's just Texas.
I think it's the time of year.
It's the time of year.
Yeah, so, all right, so Sports Center time. Is that, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep.
Want to hit the Sports Center music? We going to do that?
All right.
Copyright. Get wrecked.
Okay, here we go.
Hi, Mr. Troxtel.
Back to Sports Center. The Dallas Mavericks. Oh my gosh.
Here we go.
Okay.
It's
Here
back.
comes the wind again. I'd like to
Oh,
apologize
that's
for
a lot
that.
of cards. Oh no. All right, I'll be back. You guys talk about Sports
Okay.
Center.
Okay, Lucas is gonna clean that up. You mute his mic, and we'll keep going. Got to keep the utmost professionalism when you're getting cards blown into your neck.
Oh, okay.
That's what just I got a card like right here in the neck. It wasn't exactly fun.
All right.
All right,
So,
so Sports Center. The Nets lost to the Mavericks 113-109, which was a really good win for the Mavericks. Luka Doncic had 24 points in the first half, 20 points in the first half, and 4 points in the second half. Kind of had a cold stretch there.
oh,
But he got his slack picked up by Tim Hardaway, who had 20. And 6 other Mavericks players were in double figures for that game, so that was a really good game for them.
That's amazing.
Really good win. I was very impressed by their win and their wins against teams that are over 500 are really impressive.
Yes. I've actually researched that. That's actually.
Like the Bucks, they beat the Bucks.
Yeah, I know.
And they beat the Bucks, the Nets, the Lakers, Utah.
Yes.
I don't know if they've played Phoenix yet. I think that's later. But I don't know if they beat Phoenix. Phoenix is good. But they beat the Nuggets.
yes.
They beat a lot of the good teams. And one of the things that I was listening to another podcast. It's a Mavericks podcast, just to kind of get my information. But okay, so Lucas
I am back.
Lucas is back. All right. Yeah. So yeah. So I was listening to the podcast and they were saying, what would you rather be? The Blazers, who are destroying all the bad teams, or would you rather be the Mavericks, who are beating all the good teams but losing to the bad teams? What would you rather be?
I would like to be the Blazers.
You would rather destroy the bad teams but then lose to the good teams?
Yeah, because it's kind of embarrassing to lose to the bad teams.
But it's like you kind of play with your, you play with who you're.
Well,
who you're-
I mean,
yeah.
I guess the Mavericks, because if you lose to the bad teams, you have room to make up and beat the bad teams.
Well, but the thing is, we've seen that the Mavericks can beat the good teams,
Yeah.
and we haven't seen that the Blazers can beat the good teams, and that's one of the biggest things this year. But the Blazers do have the season series over the Mavs 2-1, which could be a big deal. Considering the Blazers are now in 6th, Mavericks in 5th, Lakers in 7th. Lakers are going to be in that play-in tournament. Here we go with the wind again.
Okay.
Oh,
Things
no.
good. Things good.
Goodness. Okay. So I'm going to quickly you discuss how baseball while I pull up Rangers stats.
All right. How baseball? So we actually forgot to mention this the other day. I was approached by a kid at my school reminding me that we should do that. This podcast, actually. So basically, their season ended a week ago.
Okay.
And I cannot remember who they were playing. Oh yeah, they were playing White,
Okay.
and they had a double header, and they won both games actually, but that still was not enough to get them into the playoffs.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I mean, okay, so what was their record? Do you have any clue based on what their record
I
was?
look that up real quick.
Okay, if you do that, I'm going to quickly go over the Rangers because the Rangers had a good stretch starting on Tuesday. They won 6-3 over the Twins. Then they beat the Twins again on Wednesday 3-1. Then they beat the Twins again on Thursday 4-3. And then they lost to the Mariners last night, but they won 3 straight against the Twins, and that was a big deal for them. And the Rangers are 16-18.
That's not bad.
They're not. I mean, it's not as bad as you would expect.
Okay, so I have it pulled up right now. Their last game.
Yeah.
Is this their right? Yeah. Okay. So their record was to finish 10-16, which isn't great, but it's
Yeah.
a major improvement from.
Okay. So what do you know? Do you happen to know like what they were around last year? How many games do you think they won last year?
If I remember correctly, like 3.
Okay.
If I remember correctly.
Okay, I'd really like to apologize to the audience out there. The wind is really crazy here.
Yeah, it's picking up. It just changed direction suddenly. It's weird.
Yeah, it really did. Okay. Yeah. So.
Their last game was against White. They won 7-4.
Welcome back to the Howepodcast 101. I'm your co-host Jake Roberts, joined alongside.
Lucas Mitchell, I'm sorry. I was taking off my beanie. Lucas
Wow.
Mitchell, and we're joined
Take off the
by
beanie? I didn't even know
here.
you did that.
It's
No,
very-
Riley.
Well, this is part 2 because we've had some technical difficulties. If you go
Very
listen
much so.
to our other parts, of course, after we're live, because we're live right now, and it's just more interesting for you to listen to us live. But go ahead and hit us up on the YouTube chat. Tell us what's up. Say hi. And if you're here at Founders Day, come say hi. And sign up for our raffle, free candy. And you can purchase some merch. When our merch is 10% off right now with the code HOW101. Was that the code we used? I believe
yes.
if you check out and use the code HOW101, that will get you 10% off the merch. So make sure to do that.
And I guess we can go ahead and get into How Times.
Yeah, so, I mean, the funny thing is, number one thing on How Times is Founders Day.
Absolutely.
We're
That's-
at that right now.
We're at that right
Whoa,
now.
no
Yeah,
way.
I'm so surprised. But, yeah, so Founders Day, it's been a blast so far.
Hey, there's like some information about here, which is 35 years ago when the Texas Cinquentennial, no, well, that's such a weird word. Never seen that in my life, but it's fine. Texas something celebration prompted the Howe Area Chamber of Commerce to host a citywide festival and rodeo.
I guess they don't have a rodeo anymore. Is that?
Yeah, I guess
okay.
that's gone.
So Founders Day, it's so fun.
Tobacco spitting contest.
Really?
They had that.
Okay.
Okay.
Come join us out here. Come say hello. We are gonna.
There's a
Yeah,
lot of food out here.
There's a lot of
I
food.
mean,
There's a lot of
In
There's
fact,
food on
you
the
want food?
other
Get
end of the
food.
street, and we can smell it from here.
It smells
Barbecue,
very
It
good.
is so good.
And I think after the live stream, we're gonna go pick up some food, and then we'll. And after the live stream, we'll still be here. So come by and say hi, even if we've ended and you want to keep listening to us. Yeah, we'll be here. So make sure to come by.
Yeah. Oh, and so you know how our part 1 it got cut short early. I'm pretty sure when it cut, we were saying the score for the second game,
Okay.
and there was a really important part in there, I think, and that part is when Luke Lopez in the second game hit a walk-off 3-run homer to end the game.
Okay.
I just want to
so
include that because that
yeah,
got cut.
we'll just add that to. We're just gonna put these together.
Yeah,
So you know.
after
So
the live
yeah,
stream.
it's not gonna be. I don't know. It's going live is a much more difficult.
There will be
It's much more difficult than you would expect. A lot of technical difficulties. Running Wi-Fi from a street isn't exactly the easiest thing.
using one little hotspot about 3 inches wide.
That has 2 bars. So.
Oh goodness.
Oh yeah, clip
Yeah.
that. You have to clip that.
Well,
That
you're not
sucks.
recording. You wasn't.
I was not recording.
Oh,
my
that
gosh.
sucks.
Start recording right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta catch all of those. So there is a How PTO future in jeopardy. On Tuesday, the How Parents and Teachers Organization released a statement that they will have to dissolve their organization soon
Really?
if they are not able to increase involvement from both parents and teachers.
Wow.
Currently, they do not have enough volunteers to fill their board.
Dang.
They even say that the PTO provides a lot of support to our schools and supplements them in many ways through grants, scholarships, and other needs that fall outside of the school year's budget. The statement read, the decision to possibly dissolve. Oh my gosh, this is very difficult to read. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, so they dissolved it.
Here,
so
can you
they're
read that from that angle?
They haven't dissolved it yet. It's in jeopardy.
so let's hope they don't dissolve that. You know, my mom started that a couple years back.
Yeah?
It was a PTA when I came here in 6th grade, but we decided to
can't
go
read
with PTO because I don't even remember the reasons, but there were some complicated reasons that it was better to go with PTO. I'd like to give a special shout out to Rody Fincher for helping us out in the booth. He's actually helped us a ton.
great with the raffle we're doing. And
Yeah,
If
absolutely.
you want to enter the raffle, once again, come on down here. Yes, thank you, Jake.
I got you.
Yeah. So the raffle's for anything on our website under $10. I think we said that in the intro.
Yeah, but I
once
mean,
again-
but if they're listening again, so yeah, so Bulldog Stadium is in progress. That's another interesting thing to look at. Actually, you know, I haven't seen it, but I'm excited for it to be turf next year. What do you think? I mean, what's your thoughts? on it?
yeah, it's gonna look a lot better. But the one sad thing is that the stadium is one of the oldest stadiums in.
It still is.
Texas. Yeah.
I mean, the stadium part is maybe not the turf and stuff, but you know,
Yeah.
that's still pretty.
So there's some awards that were handed out
Okay.
by, I guess today, where there is the 2020 Business of the Year. Well,
Yeah, that was the Don Smokehouse, right? Because I was reading
actually,
the paper.
How Family Dentistry.
Oh, the 2021 was Don Smokehouse.
Oh yeah, probably that.
So shout out to Don Smokehouse.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Leon Thornhill. That's of the How Hall of Honor, and that's pretty cool.
Thomas just came back with some of the barbecue. Looks really, really good.
Taste
I
it
can't-
right now. Taste it right now. Does it taste the best?
Oh, it even smells better.
Oh, he
Is
says
that
it's
from
the
Don's
best thing.
Smokehouse?
Oh my
It is
gosh.
from Don's. Oh, dang it.
Darn it.
I don't think
dude.
Don Smokehouse
I don't
actually
think-
cooks stuff.
I mean, no,
That looks fantastic. I'm gonna have to pick myself up
looks
some of that.
amazing.
I don't know what
Yeah,
I'm
make
gonna
sure
get.
you can meet us and you can go get some of that food.
But... Okay, so I think is that gonna do it for How Times?
I think that's it.
Okay, well I think coming up next we're doing top 10. Don't know what the top 10 is. We will do it quickly and not quietly. We'll do it right after this. Is what we'll do. If you are craving some fried rice, egg rolls, boba tea, beef teriyaki, or my favorite, sesame chicken, then Hannah's Cafe and Market is for you. It's the newest restaurant in town, and for all you Bulldogs, there is a 10% student discount for a limited time. Hannah's Cafe and Market is located at 105 South Denny Street in Howe, just north of the First Baptist Church.
Hey, what's your favorite pizza place? Well, it's Palio's Pizza, of course. But Palio's also brings you the best fresh salads, sandwiches, pastas, and my favorite, wings. They have a great lunch menu, delicious desserts, and their drinks have free refills. Palio's Pizza is located at 303 West Hanning. We are available for dine-in or carry-out. Order online at www.palioshow.com or call us at 903-532-0390. Palio's Pizza in Howe.
First Baptist Church of Howe services on Sunday morning is an awesome place to be, with Bible fellowship and a main service for everyone. The main service consists of worship by Art Rayburn and a sermon by Roger Tidwell. The fellowships begin at 9:15 for the adults, youth, and kids to enjoy the teachings of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. The main service also starts at 10:30 after the fellowships. During these uncertain times, the First Baptist Church of Howe has your back on 100 Davis Street in Howe, Texas. Welcome back to the Howepodcast 101. Back from that long break. If you're still with us, thanks so much for listening. Founders Day first live event. Very excited to be here. It's been
Absolutely.
a blast so far on our show. Now it's time for our favorite segment that we do. It's time for Top 10, but it's time for Top 10. What are we doing?
We're doing Top 10 podcasts. Now, we've got a bit that are, I'm going to cut out two because I don't like them.
Okay. I mean, that's understandable. So are we doing
Yeah.
top top
Technically,
8?
It's the top 11, and you guys don't need it. You don't need
Okay.
it. I've got it this time.
Okay, yeah, Lucas can handle this.
I'll name off the first 11 first, or the first 11.
Yeah, no, just go ahead.
Number 11 is Good Assassins Hunting the Butcher. What do you think this is about?
I've never heard of this.
I assume it's something about good assassins hunting the butcher. Is that close?
So this is a
That was a knee
spy
slapper right
thriller,
there.
Part detective case where part Holocaust history.
Ooh, that's kind of interesting.
And it's the untold story of the epic Israeli spy mission to hunt down a savage, escaped Nazi murderer, led by a brilliant Mossad agent who lost his entire family in the Holocaust. The
Wow.
hunt for the infamous butcher of Latvia was a secretive, infamous butcher of Latvia. But, this is weird. Okay, it was a secretive espionage operation that forever altered the fates of all ex-Nazis. I'm not going to read all of that.
I mean, that sounds very interesting.
That does sound very
It's
interesting.
yeah, and I'm gonna say a lot of these on here are kind of like the same.
Well, a lot of them are story related, and people really find history interesting,
yeah,
especially like history like that. They find that stuff
Yes.
very interesting.
I'm
a
one
lot
of those
of World
people.
War II
I'm
stuff.
very interested in stuff like that. Holocaust, all that.
You think you'll check any of these podcasts out?
Probably.
yeah, but you know, actually no, I'm not gonna say that yet. All right, not yet. All
Okay,
right, but
okay.
number
Way to be secretive.
9. Number 9 is Morbid, a true crime podcast.
Okay.
This podcast, I think, is a very famous podcast.
Have you listened to it ever?
I haven't listened to it, but I've heard about it.
Okay.
It's a lighthearted nightmare and where in here weirdos.
How is it lighthearted
They always
and a
make it so
nightmare?
weird. I don't know. Morbid is a true crime, creepy history, and all things spooky podcast hosted by an autopsy technician and a hairstylist.
Whoa.
So what I've heard is they'll tell you the crime, and then there's like unsolved crimes, so they'll let you try to figure it out on your own.
Oh,
I
that's
think
cool.
that's what I've.
That sounds really interesting.
Huh. What do you think, Jake? Is it something you would watch?
I would
Okay,
watch
yes.
this. I would not.
It is something that I might listen to. It depends on what I'm doing. I mean, if I'm bored, I would probably rather listen to a sports podcast.
Yeah.
I'm more of a sports guy. Of course, you know, I just was telling you that I was listening to the Mavericks podcast. I don't know what it's called, but it's a good Mavericks podcast. As Noah gets a Tootsie Roll trying to act like no one saw him.
Yeah, totally.
Come get our candy.
We'll give you candy. All right, and so number 8 is Strange and Unexplained with Daisy Egan.
What is this?
Okay, so this is
These all
from
sound like
executive
crime
producer.
podcasts.
Yeah, what is
Oh,
this,
no
top 10
way.
crime podcasts?
I mean, it kind of looks like it, but it is the top 10 podcast.
Is this like
And
top 10 view rated or just rated
I-
by someone? Is that, I don't know.
It's rated by Podcast Insights, which sounds
That sounds
pretty
official.
popular.
So I'm just gonna
Sounds
say
professional.
that sounds alright. That sounds alright. I wonder where they put the How podcast.
probably number
Number one, easy.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll see, though. We'll have to
see.
see.
So this show, Strange and Unexplained with Daisy Egan, is from executive producer Patrick Hinz and the
Wow, they have
Obsessed
executive
Network.
producers. That's like a
Yeah.
movie.
Comes in new podcast about all the things that make us wonder. Each week, we'll tell you the true story that will fascinate and terrify you. A family who receives letters from a watcher after moving to their new house. A hotel that's been so much death that has been to be cursed. UFO encounters, hauntings, Bigfoot sightings, and so much more. That's odd.
That's.
Oh,
Sounds interesting though.
They were hosted by Tony Award-winning actor and celebrated writer Daisy Egan. Huh.
Wow. Well, I mean,
I have
that
no idea who
that
that
sounds
is.
incredible.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I'm in.
I might listen to that because it's strange and unexplained. I like
That sounds about. I mean, that sounds like you. Strange and
Yeah.
unexplained. That sounds like Lucas Mitchell's life.
Jinx. You want me to say that? Imagine if he hit the clapping sound. All right.
That'd be
So
funny.
number 7 is Spy Affair. No idea what this is
Okay,
about.
this does sound interesting. I have a
cor-
feeling it's gonna be like spy stories.
Yeah.
Oh, I think.
No way.
What?
Spy stories with the name Spy involved. That's incredible.
Okay, so a charismatic Russian woman arrives in the U.S. on a mission to improve relations between the two countries, and she soon makes some powerful friends. But who is Maria Buttini? Oh, and who is the worker for? As Maria gets closer to the rich and connected, she also attracts the attention of the FBI.
Wow, dang.
Sounds like a very
okay.
That
interesting
does sound
story.
interesting.
That does what number is that?
That is number 7.
Okay. All right, let's go a little bit faster. Let's go a little bit faster. Just don't read the description of the next 3.
All right. So, actually, I'm gonna skip these. All right. Then it would be number 6.
Okay.
It's called Killer Rule, and basically, it's probably about killers, in my opinion.
You just skipped Dateline.
Yeah, I know. I skipped those 2 because I don't
Why?
like them. Because I don't like them.
You can't just skip
Can't just-
something on the
I
list.
just told you I was gonna skip them.
Okay, it's fine. Just let
How
him skip it.
dare you? How dare you?
You just call them honorable mentions.
Yeah, sure. The actress Wynn Reed had that powerful combination of charisma, beauty, and smarts. She was a talent that a team of movie producers couldn't believe when a 28-year-old... This is literally just something. It's not even about the show. It's about the person. See, this is by Dateline, but it's not is Dateline.
Okay.
Dateline, so don't
So
worry.
it's just buy them. Okay.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
this sounds pretty
I
good
would not
too.
watch this, probably.
I would have to admit. I mean,
They're all about like crime and
I mean,
Yeah.
they need some more that
Oh.
aren't just crime. You know, it's like
Yeah.
crime kind of just.
Oh,
It's
this
a
one.
sports
Oh, this
podcast.
one's by Jigsaw Productions.
Okay.
So actually, no, that one's not yet. Ooh, Barstool Sports. Have you guys seen that on Snapchat at all?
Okay, I have.
Yeah, I used to watch them a lot. They are a really good sports thing.
They're
And
weird.
Yeah, they're weird, and that's actually funny in my opinion. But
So
they have a
5?
podcast called The Case.
Is this 5?
This is number 5. Yes.
Okay.
They're kind of funny. They're. Man,
So-
here comes the wind again.
This is about an unsolved case, and I don't have to read all that. So yeah, it's basically just about an unsolved case about a person. But Barstool Sports, I know they make really good stuff, and
Yeah.
this is probably a good one I might even check out.
Barstool Sports is very. It's sports for people that don't like sports. You know.
Yeah.
That's kind of what
'Cause
they.
it's funny. It's
Appeal
funny.
to. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
So the next one, number 4, is called The Line. It's a group of Navy SEALs broke ranks,
Oh.
accused their chief, Eddie Gallagher, of murder.
Oh my.
Yeah, sucking them all into the biggest war crimes trial in a generation.
Lucas likes
That
war
sounds
crimes.
interesting.
Yeah.
Lucas loves to
I
accuse
commit them
people
all
of
the time.
Okay, funny story. So Lucas was telling me one day, like this was a while back, but he was saying how like group punishment, 'cause
Collective
one
punishment.
yeah, that's a
It
war
is a war crime. It is
So he
actually a war
said
crime.
In
next
what?
time-
In, like what war was this a war
no,
crime?
No, he said
it's-
the next
it's in the
time
Geneva
our English
Convention.
teacher punishes everyone for one person's things, he's gonna stand up and yell war crime.
I mean, I would think about doing that to my coach, but then he would just make us run more.
Yeah.
That's true.
This next one, number 3, it is called Crime Junkie. Now,
Wow.
Crime Junkie.
I don't even think you need to read the description. I'm pretty
Actually,
sure we understand.
Here you go. Here's this description. If you can never get
Okay.
enough true crime, congratulations, you found your people. That's all. That's it. That's the entire.
That's a
description.
fair number 2, and then I have number 1 handled. Okay.
So number 2 is OC Swingers. I have no idea what this is actually.
Read the description of it.
It's by Audio Truck. You can't spell lifestyle without lies. When that
Ooh.
doesn't sound very weird.
Sounds interesting.
When the charges against a Newport Beach orthopedic surgeon and former Bravo reality star Dr. Grant, and I'm not reading that name, and his girlfriend, substitute teacher, oh my gosh, these are all weird names, were revealed back in September of 2018. The world gawked at the unlikely criminals, and when a search warrant resulted in a halt that included unlawful guns, drugs, cash, and a mountain of digital evidence. The 2 were accused of drugging and, women.
These are just literally all true crime, basically, besides
Yes.
Barstool Sports.
Yeah, this one's
Apparently,
definitely
true crime is the most interesting podcast.
It sounds interesting.
Yeah.
No, honestly,
I would
yeah.
have liked to see a few more sports podcasts in there.
well, I mean,
Yeah,
coming up at number 1,
I'd
there
like
is a
more.
sports podcast.
There's a sports podcast. I bet y'all could never guess what this podcast is.
Okay, so at number 1, what is this site called? They have
It's called
What,
Podcast
this amazing
Insights.
podcast.
yeah, Podcast Insights has it number 1. Oh my goodness.
This next podcast is
Wait.
so amazing.
They have Howepodcast101, which is a podcast that says, "This is the first ever How podcast. We hope that this is spread around to all the people in the town of How and perhaps other towns as well. We also want to see comments of how we can make this podcast better and any info for the next podcasts." Wow, that sounds like
I guess
How
we're
did they
just
know
the best
about us?
podcast, huh?
I'm gonna have to listen to that podcast.
Are we the best
Yeah.
podcast?
I mean, according to whatever that thing is called,
Yeah, I guess.
we are.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I know that I wish we could it'd be better if we just, had it more websites that had that. You know, I think that'd be cool. What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. It's just comical timing. You know?
Did that, I didn't.
Oh yeah. By the way, hi 0 viewers. Actually, there's 1 viewer. Yay.
Say that.
Why not?
Oh,
we won't get that many viewers. You guys already know this. I think that's gonna be it for the top 10.
Yeah, I think we'll take a short break, and then coming up after the break, we got just one more time for one more thing. So we'll do it right after this. If you are craving some fried rice, egg rolls, boba tea, beef teriyaki, or my favorite, sesame chicken, then Hannah's Cafe and Market is for you. It's the newest restaurant in town, and for all you Bulldogs, there is a 10% student discount for a limited time. Hannah's Cafe and Market is located at 105 South Denny Street in Howe, just north of the First Baptist Church. You can find them on Facebook or call at 903-532-0529. Hannah's Cafe and Market. Welcome back to the Howepodcast 101. I'm your co-host, Jake Roberts, joined alongside... It's hard to speak when you have a Tootsie Roll in your mouth.
Why'd you eat a Tootsie Roll, huh?
I didn't know we were about to go live, and then...
Jeez.
It was in my mouth, and I was like, welcome! It's like,
All right, so...
Joined by Lucas Mitchell and the engineer Noah Riley.
All right, and...
should we upgrade you back to an engineer, just to be normal?
I think we should.
Okay.
Am I promoted?
You've been promoted. You get a
All right.
$1 a year salary.
Yes, sir.
Like going from assistant to the regional manager to assistant regional manager.
yes.
Okay.
That's an office reference.
Yeah.
Okay,
No. I
my
see
random
shirts
fact-
about it all the time.
All right.
Wait, what you gotta say with all that said?
Well, with that being said, we just got time for one more
thing.
All
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Pretty smooth.
So, mine is that Muhammad Ali's, I think most of y'all will probably know this, but Muhammad Ali's real name was actually Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr.
I did not know that.
I didn't
that's
either.
crazy.
Why did he go by Muhammad Ali?
Maybe, I really don't know, but it might be to get more attention, I would think.
More
You think so?
attention.
I mean,
don't
like,
know.
to make it more catchier
I guess.
or tougher.
I mean, it would make sense if his name. It probably. I think he changed it. Actually, I think I remember now. He changed it because he didn't like. I think it was his slave name, Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr.
What do you
His dad-
mean?
Well, his dad. His dad, I think, was a slave.
Oh,
And
really?
Cass-
Wait.
That would
and
actually
his
make
dad's
sense.
name.
No, that doesn't make sense because he was born in like the 40s.
Wait.
Actually,
His
But his
dad.
dad.
no, I know, but his dad would have been.
He was born in 1942. His dad probably would have been like, born probably
18.
in 1900. So it would make sense World War, right before.
No.
More like not. I think it was like.
No, that wouldn't.
down.
Was it his grandfather?
go-
No. No, it was his dad. I think it was a family name where, like it was the slave name was like passed down.
Oh, okay.
And
So he wasn't.
He
Okay.
changed it to make it.
Okay, so
not
so that makes a
his
little
name.
bit more sense. I understand that now. My one more thing is, well, it was going to be something about monkeys eating bananas, but then we decided to not make it that. So now I just would like to, actually, I'm going to shout out Bergen Bjorn, Rhodey Fincher, and Thomas Robertson for being here with us at Founders Day. It's been great, and helped set us up. Evan Leakey was here earlier helping to set up the booth. So also shout out to him for helping us
Shout
with
out
that.
to him.
Absolutely. And my random fact is that.
One more thing.
My one more thing. Well, it's still a random fact. My random
God.
fact of one more thing is that I and Noah are across from Jake at our table. Did you know that?
Does it sound like that?
No.
I'm wondering, but like, do you think that people guessed that we would be on different sides of the table? Do you think that's possible?
Yeah, because we're usually on.
Okay, I
different
think
sides.
we have an award to hand out. The worst one more thing in How Podcast history.
That is the best. Oh my gosh, that's so loud. No, turn that
It's
down.
really not. It's not
It
really
really
loud.
is. That's loud to me.
I think your ears
Dang.
are sensitive.
That was so loud. My headphones are super.
Your headphones must be loud or something.
So congratulations, Lucas, for worst. One more
worst.
thing.
Yeah, even the audience, and we
Oh.
actually do have a live audience of
Yes.
like
Yeah,
about
they're
4
clapping.
people, but you
Yes,
can't hear
sir.
them because our mics are too good.
Yeah.
We need a crowd mic.
Yeah, and so you guys, thank you for
Hey,
watching.
Noah, cue the crowd mic.
What's
Crowd mic.
Yeah.
Oh, look
a
at
lot
that.
more
Look.
people just showed up.
Hey,
wow.
look at that.
Oh, there's
Yeah,
like
and now
1,000
they're
people.
on.
Jake,
Dang,
they
okay.
can't see you. They can't see you. You're doing nothing.
No, I was looking around. I was shocked.
Yeah, Jake, but no.
There's a crowd. That's
yeah,
why
but
I
you
was.
didn't have to do that.
I
That's
did
so
have
weird.
to. Do that.
I didn't.
I
like
did.
That. That was
I had
odd
to do
for
that,
me.
Lucas.
I don't know, man. I don't know. All right. So anyway, that's pretty much it for the podcast. Make sure you guys go to how101.com where you can see our merch. Cha-ching, cha-ching. And
Speaking of the merch,
you can
2
donate.
hours left. We're trying to get everything sold, so we have 3 cups left. Come in, purchase the last of our mugs, our cups, and it's just, I don't know. It's just been a really good time having everyone out tonight.
It's been fun.
It's been
Yeah,
fun,
and
and
make
we'll
sure you
continue
guys-
to spread the word and continue. It's just,
Yeah.
it's been a great job. We're gonna go get some good food now.
Oh, yeah, I'm
so
hungry.
thanks so much for joining us on the first ever live edition of the How Podcast 101.
Absolutely.
We'll be back in the FBC House studios next week. Finish
And-
up, Lucas.
Yeah, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, and hit the notifications bell so you do not make another mistake by not clicking on our podcast. Like, why aren't you here, huh? Yeah, kind of confusing. So make sure you guys share this on Facebook and any other platform we can. We've created social medias such as Instagram and Facebook, so make sure you guys go check those out. You can go find our notifications there. And Jake, go ahead and...
For me, Jake Roberts,
And for me, Lucas Mitchell.
And for me, Noah Riley.
we're signing out for now.